Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm a sleep physician. And if you have insomnia, this channel is for you. Nice seeing you back here. If it's your first time on the channel, welcome, and I hope you find something valuable here. Today, I wanted to talk to you about the difference between sleep deprivation and insomnia and why it is important to be able to tell one from the other. So insomnia, as I've said before, simply means having a hard time falling asleep, staying asleep, or both. It is a purely symptomatic diagnosis, meaning if somebody tells you, I have a hard time sleeping, they have insomnia. There's nothing, no fancy diagnostic tools needed. Now, sleep deprivation, on the other hand, means not getting a sufficient amount of sleep. And it is pretty easy to confuse the two, meaning you would think that if you have a hard time sleeping, then kind of by default, you're also sleep deprived. But oftentimes, that is not the case. Oftentimes, people with insomnia cannot sleep during the day. A lot of people in my clinic tell me, I have a hard time sleeping at night, but I can't even imagine sleeping during the day. I don't feel sleepy. Even if I try, I just cannot sleep, which tells you that they're to some degree not getting enough sleep, sleep deprived. But it's very different from the kind of true meaning of sleep deprivation, which means somebody who just cannot stay awake. Somebody that has a hard time keeping their eyes open, kind of just like nodding off during the day. That person is sleep deprived. Of course, you can be both. Of course, you can have a hard time sleeping, have insomnia, and be sleep deprived. That is fairly common. But why I think that it often is really important to tell one from the other is in terms of recommendations, because they're usually totally opposite. Let's say somebody is running a business, and at the same time they are going to school to get some type of degree or something like that, and they just don't have time to sleep. Like they go to bed like at 1 a.m. and then they get up again at like 5:30, and they're feeling tired and sleepy during the day. They're clearly sleep deprived. They don't have insomnia. They don't have a hard time sleeping. They're just sleep deprived. And your recommendation to somebody that is sleep deprived is try to sleep more, prioritize sleep, try to get more time in bed. Now, if somebody on the other hand has plenty of time, maybe goes to bed pretty early, gets out of bed relatively late, but just cannot sleep, cannot fall asleep and stay asleep, the recommendation is the exact opposite. You'd recommend that person to spend a little bit less time in bed, not focus too much on sleep, and even like kind of doing this mental exercise of not even like trying to sleep. All those things are helpful for people with insomnia, but not helpful at all if you have sleep deprivation in that sense of sleep deprivation that we talked about. So just a little video about clarifying that, because the two things can often be conflicting. Questions, comments, please post them here or send me an email, insomniainsight@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. Thank you for tonight.